Brittainy Terry, product trainer for Galaxy, and she's going to go through one of their tables with us.
I sure am. So this is Ricochet Poker. This is our only table game that you're going to find that is a 5-card poker hand that also uses a central pot that the dealer also contributes to as well. So it's a player-funded game, but the dealer is also going to be playing as well. So essentially, I'm just another player in the game. We're all going head-to-head. It's a really fun game for poker players, beginners, advanced players, all the like. Really can kind of get in this game and have fun. So I'll kind of take you through and kind of show you what the procedures are and how we deal it, okay? So to start, the player has to place a required ante wager here. So we're gonna start, I'm just gonna bet for the players here. That's all the required wagers. The player has 2 optional wagers that they can also bet on as well. We have a rapid fire bet, which uses the player's first 2 cards against the dealer's 5-card hand in the beginning. That's reconciled as soon as we deal the cards, we reconcile that hand. So let's say that this player is gonna play this rapid fire, and those can be any amounts. Now this ante-wager that we placed in the beginning, they all have to match with the players across the board. So all the players have to bet the same ante-wager, okay? So we also have the hedge bet, which is another optional wager that the player can play. Hedge bet uses just the dealer's hand in the beginning, and they're looking for a pair of 5s or better. So we'll place this bet for the player as well. Okay, and before the dealer can deal any hands, they have to place the pot wager here. So it's essentially the dealer's ante. The dealer also has to ante to play the game. Okay, so to start off, all the players receive 2 cards each. They're all dealt face up, so there's no secrecy to the game. Now I have to complete my 5-card hand, so I'm gonna deal myself 3 more cards. Okay, so right now I have a jack high 9 kicker. So right off the bat, I'm gonna reconcile our side wager here, our rapid fire. So this player has to beat my 5-card hand with their 9 and their 4, which they do not. So we're gonna remove their wager here. And the hedge bet uses my hand. We're looking for a pair of 5s or better, which I don't have, so I'm gonna remove this wager as well. Same thing here, player does not beat me, and I don't have 5s or better. This player does beat me with the king high, so I'm gonna pay him 5-1. And again, I don't have 5s or better, so I'm gonna remove this wager. Now, every player is going to place their play wager, and that's how they receive another 3 cards to complete that 5-card hand. So we're gonna actually start with the lowest hand on the table, which is why we call it Ricochet Poker, because it ricochets from lowest hand to lowest hand. So I'm actually gonna go with the 7-3. He's our lowest player right now. So he's gonna place his play wager equal to his ante, and now he's gonna receive 3 more cards. He's trying to beat my jack high, which he does with his ace high. So right now, I'm out of the hand. I fold. He's kicked me out. All right, the next hand is gonna be the 9-4. This player is also gonna place their play wager. We're gonna deal 3 more cards. All right, he's got an ace-king. He does beat this other player over here with the ace-8. So this player's hand comes down into the pot, and we're gonna get rid of his hand. So now this player here is trying to beat this player's ace-king. So maybe he'll get a pair, something exciting to beat this hand over here. He'll place his play wager. And look at that, pair of kings. So he beats this player over here. This player's money comes down into the pot. This player's out, and player over here wins the pot. Now, another fun feature about the game is that we actually have an ante bonus built in. So if the player has a really great hand, let's say it's a straight or higher, even if I beat the player, they're still gonna win on their ante bonus if they have a straight or higher. And then also we have what we call kick out hands. So essentially, there's nothing worse than sitting down at a table and the dealer deals their hand and it's a really great hand, and then you as the player don't really want to play the hand anymore because you're like, well, there's no way I'm gonna beat you. So we included the kick out hands, which is a built-in kind of rule to the game, where if the player, no matter how many players we have on the game, let's say we have 3 players, right? If I have 3 players, I'm gonna look at my kick out hands. There's 2 pairs of 10s and 2s. If I have that hand or better, I immediately fold and all of the players are still in the game. So it keeps the game exciting for the players and keeps them vested in it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give you a quick demo of Roulette Up. Roulette Up is a progressive and a felt optional wager option that we can add to any roulette game. It is a streaks-based game. So our dealer will start, the players will come up to the table, they'll make their main wagers just like they would in roulette, but now they have the option to make a felt wager, optional as well, and our progressive wager. Now the player is betting that every number that hits is going to be in ascending order from the previous number. So it's 100% just an ascending order streak-based game. So depending on what the streak is, so let's say, we spin the ball and the streak happens to go all the way up to 4. We get 4 numbers in a row that are in ascending order. There's a pay table for that. We would pay 10 to 1 on our felt wager, and then we would pay $10 for our progressive wager. So our dealer spins the ball. The first number that lands, of course, is 34. Not much higher than we can get from 34. So normally around this time, she'd spin the ball again. The streak would most likely end because she only gets to 1 number. But we're hoping that the first spin that comes is like a 1, maybe a 5, maybe 6, and then the following numbers that come after that would be in ascending order, and that's what would determine our streak. And the next number, as she's showing, is an 8, so the streak has completed, the streak is over because that first number was way too high. But in any other setting, if that number that starts off is a 1 through a 4 or a low number, that's the first number, we would mark our streak here, and at that point the players are just betting on the streak. They're hoping that they can get a really high streak award and get that top jackpot award on their bonus jackpot wager, or also their felt wager, which would pay them $275 to 1 if they hit that 8 number streak.